if that works. Okay, hi everyone. I'm just going to test out a couple of wee things tonight, and this is going to be one of them, creating loops. Okay, so there's a great YouTube channel which I'm going to give you guys the link to in a wee second, but I just want to see if does this work when I'm playing along with it, just to see if am I in time or way out. I think it's out of time. Yeah, it's out of time. Okay, that's why. That's good that I checked that, because I wanted to see, could I play along with the YouTube video at the same time? And it looks like I can't, because the syncing up of it is going to be too much hassle. But I'll show you guys where I got the track for this. You could do a simple Google search and you'll find this, but if I just swap over to the desktop for a little second, there's a great website out there called Traditional Music Accompaniment, and it literally is what it says. It's got loads of stuff, and I'm going to create some as well, just to sort of fix that issue that we're having with linking things or syncing things up. But this is what it sounds like. I'll just go back to the start, and it's just 10 minutes of this. Good to practice too. Okay, so that's obviously a jig rhythm, and it's in the key of G, and it's 120 beats per minute. But if you go to the actual page for this, you'll find that there is, different speeds for some of these things. So if you wanted to do a jig, let's see if we can actually find one, a jig at a slower speed. If we go into playlists for a second, yeah, there's reels, jigs. So there's all the jigs in G. And that's the one we were doing up to 120. I probably wouldn't go any faster than that, 135. Let's have a listen just to see. What's the speed of this one? That's a good speed. That's a lively session, that. Really good. So I'm gonna subscribe to these guys and leave a wee like as well. They're really good stuff, and it goes on for a good 10 or 11 minutes. It's good for practicing if you want to slow it way down into 90. Give yourself plenty of time. Just gonna see how out of speed I am with this. Let me just go back and get this tin whistle. Here we go. This will be interesting for me. So yeah, because nobody was asking me for anything for this week. So again, this is another week where I get to sort of mess around with the technology and stuff. I'm going to make loads of these for you guys, like backing tracks and stuff. And I'll start tonight and I'll put them up on my website or up on the YouTube, as you can download them and do whatever you like with them. because I don't want to be using this if I can't sync it, and I don't want to download it either, just in case there's copyright issues and stuff. I know that they probably just want you to use it for practicing, but I don't want to, take advantage of it. You guys should go and subscribe to this, and support the channel and ask for some slip jigs and polkas and stuff. Although it's been a while, I think, since they added stuff. It's been a few years. So let me just have a wee nosy just to see how out of sync I am with that. And download them and do whatever you like with them. Like backing tracks and technology and stuff. Oh. Back a wee bit. Oh my goodness, it's out of quite a bit. But it's way out of everywhere. I'm not even halfway. So yeah, let's. It's a far more useful if you guys use it. For your own practice, is go into this, and listen to it obviously with headphones on, and practice, your whistle or your accompaniment on the bouzouki. And it's nice to have. It's a good 10 minutes. You can sort of start anywhere in it, and you will be in time with it. That's all that matters, is that you are in time with the accompaniment. It's going to be a bit trickier for me to get all this stuff synced up. So what I'm going to do is create my own. But I'll use this as a guide because it's very good as a guide. Because I only need to get like one jig, speed it up and slow it down. And, they do a lot more effort. I can tell from listening to that. There's lots of little bits to it. Lots of nice little bits. It's better than some of the accompaniment that I'm used to making. So that's nicer stuff than I do. So what I'll do is I'm going to open up the project that I was working on today, just to show you guys, hopefully. And I might add a few wee more things to it. So again, as usual, guys, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, do let me know. Okay, if I just mute that for a sec. Okay, just gonna get that out of the way. Testing 1, 2, still tin whistle audio, it should be. Okay, and I'm just gonna switch back to proper microphone. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me correctly now. Yeah, OBS mic. Okay. Let me see, what did I get so far in this? Yeah, I'm adding the bouzouki to it, but I'll let you guys hear the different parts to it. As you can tell, it's just loops, and I'm going to make mine 10 minutes long as well. But at the moment, I'm working on the Irish bouzouki part, so once I have that down, I'll give you guys the download to it. And at the moment, it's 120. I'll probably put up to 135 as well. Just need to move that up and down. The different speeds. Okay. Okay, just give me the solo borons just for a second. Okay, that sounds like we're on the right spot. I'm just gonna solo the bouzouki because that's the one I'm working on at the moment. And let me see. Okay, let me just zoom down a wee bit, and I just want to be doing that and nothing else. So those bars will do nicely. Oops. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Okay, let's stop that before we go absolutely. You guys be able to hear it in that? Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I'll add obviously proper instruments. I'm going to be adding like, you know, real instruments into this, but I just want to get the backing right, and then I'll add the actual accompaniment, the real sort of bouzouki stuff. But once I get it at this speed, you know, then I'll be able to add the other stuff in. So if I just go in here just to contact date just for a wee sec, just to see. I say it's not what it was. What's just the octaves? Okay. G G G G G G G G. Do. Okay, so I'm just gonna try this out my own bouzouki. Just to see, and also get it into the correct tuning while we're at it. The capo on 5. As you guys could probably make out if I just, yeah, I'm gonna have to make this a very small screen so I can actually play it back. Yeah, just let me zoom out a little from that. Just make it really small. Okay, so again, that's just the traditional music accompaniment website, and I just want to show you guys on the bouzouki here. Oh my goodness, what's happened to all my stuff? Okay, I'll bring up some of the apps that are missing. I'm adding the capo on 5. There we go. And it's really just going to be the first, second, and third courses that I'm using here for the accompaniment side of things. So it's like the da-da-bum. Let me see. There we go. Wondering why that was out of sync. Get that there. So it's really just first, second, and third courses. And the way that I'm doing that is oops. There's a little lead that comes in every so often. So it's really the third course, and then the first and second courses are kind of strummed together. Down and up. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Make it a wee bit brighter so you guys can see. Oh, that is bright, is it? Okay. Let me see. I'll make it white, maybe. Wow, that is bright. There we go. So, yeah. Let's have we see if we can. I'm not going to be in time with this, but I just want to just hear it just briefly. Okay, so it's da-da-dum. So it's almost doing the reverse, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. It's like a descending arpeggio, except it's really just doing the G and the D and the G. There's no B. Which makes sense when you think about it, because you want this to be applicable, like even to any sort of mode. So keeping it just as a G5 chord makes sense, you know, that it's very open. So Da da dum. That's the first thing I want to do. Get rid of that. And da do do dum. Let me see. Trying to look at the piano sideways. I think this is D. Oh. E secondary. Yeah, for any of you guys who are Apple, you probably know if you've been using what do you call it, Logic. If you've been using Logic since their latest update, 12.2, it's awful. There's so many bugs in the system. I can't even change the icons to here. They're all like that, generic icons, and the right click doesn't work anymore. So I have to go up here and start, selecting things and drawing them in like this. So if it's a wee bit hit and miss tonight, that's why, because it usually works better than this. It's been a very buggy update from Apple. There's nothing wrong with the old one. Let me see. If I just draw him, I don't even need to draw him in actually. I can just, yeah. I'm just going to copy him. Wow. And paste him in. Okay, bring this over. That's where I want to bum. I think it's going to be in time with, yeah, the second G. Yeah, so it's like a chord that should be with this. So maybe if I just select these guys here and just, yeah, paste this in every single time we hit the second G, which should be fine. Now, I don't have to do this like for every single, note, because I'm just going to be looping this whole thing probably about 100 times. Just want to make sure though that everything is audible. Yeah, so it just makes it a wee bit more a fuller sort of sound. The accompaniment is a bit fuller. I just keep doing like, yeah, that should line up each time. Yeah, and that, just make that there. Okay, so if we just have a listen to it from the start. You can humanize all this later. I just want to get the actual notes. Okay, let's hear the whole thing. If I just go back to the start, get rid of that. Yeah, so I'll add a wee bit of reverb and everything to that as well to make it sound more like, that. I'll add in my own little. Okay, let's see. If I add in, yeah, lining. This is actually going to be input 2. I didn't count on that. Okay. Let's see how this works. This will be interesting. I haven't configured this. Yeah, it's going to be a double sign that I'm hearing what you guys are hearing and what it's recording. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You can hear that. Okay, so I'll just turn it down. Yeah, this will be interesting. I can do that after actually anyway. Get rid of the input there. Da da dum. Let me just get rid of this a wee second and zoom in. So I'm gonna make this a full screen. Okay, let me just zoom all the way in. Need to be able to see what I'm doing here. Da da dum. Dum do 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 dum. It'd probably be nicer if I broke the rhythm up so it's not so monotonous, you know, like da 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 da. Maybe if it was dum da da dum, like a bit of a gap between some of them. Bum. So it starts off with the da, like that, and get rid of this. What does that sound like? Dum da 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 da. Oh, it's a wee bit off. Let me just take all of this. It's the really nice thing about working with MIDI is that even when if you need to move stuff around, it should be relatively easy. There we go. Oh, bum. Where's that gonna go? Dum, do, do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that should be in here somewhere, I think. Da, do, dum. Yeah, and then the fourth term, da 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 da. Let me just see if I can just add a note in here. Try that again. Do 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 do. Dum da 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 da. Bum bum dum do do. This is going to be interesting rhythm here. Okay, let me just slow it down. Yeah, so from here maybe. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So bum. How many of these do I need to draw? So that's going to line up with this guy underneath, because I know that each one of these is worth like a quaver. Da dum bum 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 bum. So each one of these should have its own note. That one begins there. That one begins there. Next one begins there. Next one begins there. And the next one begins there. I could be completely wrong, but let's have a listen. Yeah. Dum dum. Do do dum. Bum 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 bum. I think that's maybe correct, but let's have a listen. I think that maybe if I put it up here. Okay, so I can probably get rid of most of these as well. Okay, what happens if I make this a loop? Bring this out and just, let's see if we zoom out a wee bit. If I make this a loop, it should add up perfectly. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, and let's put it back up to full speed at 120. And let's bring everything back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So, I could be completely wrong, but let's have a listen. You know what I've done? I forgot. It needs to go. It needs to resolve. Da, 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 dum. Yeah. So in here we need to have a little idea right at the very start. Dum, another D. Let me just draw that in. Okay. Now, if I actually just select the first D of bars here, that should just... Yeah, now obviously it's way too loud, so I want the boron rhythm to come through more than anything. Okay, so that's one boron. And the second one. Okay. I'm going to try it for a laugh to see if this works. There's no harm. It's probably not going to line up perfectly, but we'll see, because this is one of those things that it may work for me and you guys mightn't hear it. It may be all out of sync, or it may work for you and I mightn't hear it and it may be all out of sync, but let's have a go. So this is the first time I've done this, is trying to record into a Logic project whilst broadcasting live to YouTube. What could go wrong? First time doing it as well. Murphy's Law is about to happen. Let's have a listen. I could probably just begin at any stage. Okay, did that even take? Yeah, you can hear how it's not exactly in sync, so the only way to really get around that is to manipulate it a wee bit, shift things, you know, in and out a wee smidgen. Let me see if I can just get that to go right to the start here. Okay, so if I break it up, okay, so bum. No, let me just see. Yeah, no, if I zoom in a wee bit, yeah, that, you see, don't know if you guys would be able to make this out, but if I make the wave format as big as I can, that should be here. That's the delay. Okay, and it's regular the whole way through. So I know it doesn't look like much, but that's after 8 bars. It should be, you know, repeating pattern again, and it's just out ever so. So if I just cut it from there and just move myself over a little bit, I wonder how much of this can I just. Do I really want to start splicing stuff already? No, I don't. Okay. I'm just going to delete myself here and just maneuver this over. Doesn't look like much to me, but it's here. If I go back to here. And let's hear it with the... I'll just do it with 1 bar on. It should actually work. Kind of. It's and again we're off. So yeah, it's not bad, but you know, I can do better. Just to let you guys know what I'll be working on over the next week, coming up with nice sort of jig, reel, and hornpipe and polka patterns and stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I kind of enjoy doing, is messing around, you know, recording myself on this. And it's complete self-taught, as you can tell. You need a proper sound engineer, a proper person who knows what they're doing, a professional. If I just go in there, I think that's the start of the next beat. If I just break there, what does that sound like? And that's the next one there. That's spot on. Well, it should be. But we'll see. No, actually I'm in the wrong place. It should be there. Oh, I'm a little bit early there. See there? I'm not exactly in line. I'm a little bit early. Yeah. So that one is a little bit... He should be there. Okay, let's hear it anyway. It's not bad considering I'm hearing it delayed as well, you know, so it's close, but you can tell that every time I'm a little bit late or a little bit early, or, you know, so these are the things you need to sort of iron out, you know, as you go through it. Can I change? Oh, I can change the icons, thank God. Because it's all going to get very samey looking. Okay, so if I just put this in as me playing Zook. There we go. So that makes it much easier, and I can rename myself as well. Yes, everything's back. It comes and goes, guys. So any of you who are using Logic 12.2, just be aware that there's a lot of bugs in it, which isn't, you know, I couldn't have picked a better time to try doing this, but sure, a little bit of crack. Let's see if I can just squish everything. Okay, only 90% to go. We'll get there. Oh, I might add guitar, actual proper guitar. Well, I mean, I'm not great on the guitar, but let's hear. What is this anyway? If I just solo this for a second. Oh, mutes might be nice. Yeah, because I can't really do that very well on the guitar. Oops. So yeah, don't need him anymore. I'm just going to get rid of this one. Or should I? Let's have a listen to both. I've listened to both the real bouzouki and a fake. Well, I'm a real bouzouki. I'll listen to a synthetic one and an acoustic one just to see, you know, what they're like. This doesn't compare. I think anyway. This isn't as nice. Let's get rid of him. Bye. Okay. Is that all I'm managing as regards volume? Yeah, so you can tell I'm either late or whatever. I just have to go through this. But the nice thing is that it's easy to see. If you're used to seeing waveforms, you see all these little peaks and troughs throughout the wave. You should know. Oh shit! Sorry. You should know that this, when you see like little things like that, that it probably should line up with a bar. You know, whatever your time signature is. I know it looks weird, guys. That's another stupid thing when it comes to using Logic, is that 2/8 is it's not the time signature, it's 6/8, but it doesn't deal with compound time like 6/8 or, you know, slip jigs or anything. It doesn't deal with that very well. Logic is set up for like rock and pop. Everything's in 4/4, 99% of it anyway. So it's not very good at dealing with time signatures, and that's the only way you can really get it to work with 6/8 is to pretend that there's 2 beats in a bar, and their beats are, you know, there's quavers in the bar, but we know that that's not the time signature. So the bars may look a bit weird, you know, that there's, if I zoom in here, you know, it looks like, let me see if I zoom in a wee, or zoom out a wee bit. Yeah, so there's bar 22, bar 23, and there's 2 beats in the bar. But remember, this is where your 3 quavers go, and then your other 3 quavers will go. So that's the halfway point of the bar. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's what we're looking at here. So I'll just turn myself down. Feel like a, there we go. Yay! Wonder why it was so harsh looking. There we go. Okay, so we'll get there with the audio, and then I'm just going to add a jig at the end of it on the whistle, because we're going to use this. You know, I'm going to use this to accompany myself. That's out of sync already. Didn't last long. Let me see, where does the dum start? It probably should be a little bit further back. Well, we'll deal with that later, actually. The blending these things together a wee bit better. Dum da 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 dum. Just a wee smidgen. I'm looking to see where this lines up. You see, like when I'm moving this, you can see there's a ghost line that kind of appears. Just looking to see where does that line up, and then try to get the thing just to be a little bit with it. So you don't want it to be like it. It's a tricky one because that's when you hear the full chord sound, but you started playing it slightly before that. You know, at the base of the 4th course. By the time you get all through all 4 courses, then that's the full wave, the peak of that wave that you're seeing. So you can't just say, well, when it reaches the top point is when you should line it up with the 17. It's because, yeah, that's when you hear the full chord, but you've already started playing it by that stage. It doesn't sound like a lot, I know, but when you add this over 10 minutes and every little increment adds up into lost time, then you will notice that it begins to go off. I mean, listen to it now. Dum do 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 dum. Yeah. There. Let me just get a little bit of that out and just push this a little bit further in. Do 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 dum. Dum. I don't want to do this like, you know, with every single one because, you know, I can just, you know, get the 4 or 5 of these and then just loop them. Because it's going to be the same thing. It's not going to be anything magical. It's just the same idea. Okay, and then let's just solve these issues, and then that should be enough, I reckon. You know, going through it twice. I don't really need all of this, but we'll see. I'm not going to delete them completely until I know for sure that I don't need it. Let's zero in on this. Yeah, this is the issue now, this part. And a wee bit from here as well. Do you know the thing to line it up with? Actually, it's not going to be the borons. I'm going to mute them. It's actually the shaker, because that shaker is constant. It's the whole way through, so that should line up. I'm going to get rid of this one, actually. Just have it start here. Okay, where is my... Yeah, if I can just copy that just for a sec to see. If I paste that straight in there, what does it sound like? It does join up nicely, but I might have to make it blend a wee bit nicer. So maybe those 3 might be enough. Yeah. Let's see. I was just about to copy there, you know, but you can see that when I was about to do that, there is a gap. So better be aware of that. That it doesn't line up totally. Yeah, I just need to, if I extend this, it should be all right. There shouldn't be any. Do-do-do-dum. Should go straight into the bum. Oh yeah, the fun. Okay. Now that's, if I was just to repeat that over and over, let's have a listen. Yeah, it's in here. There's a syncing issue, definitely. Let me just see if I just get rid of this for a sec, and yeah, select this one. Yeah. Okay. If I was to go in here and just blade that and split that, yeah, it should be fine. Okay, let me just have a listen to this boron. I think there's an issue actually with the boron as well. Maybe not. Okay, let me just have a listen from there to there. There we go. So if we can get the bouzouki to line with one boron, it should be with the rest of them. Yeah, I think it's there. At that point is the halfway mark. Yeah, it's a wee bit late. Should be a little bit earlier than that. Okay, we just do from here to here. Yeah, there as well. Okay, there's a couple of wee places that I'm just going to mark. I won't do it tonight, but yeah, I'm just going to mark it for later. Yeah. So where is that? That's 28 and a bit. What? Oh, no, I'm not going to go into that. I know it's around the 28 mark anyway. So each one of those dum da 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 dum da 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 dum, that should be syncing up with the boom on the boron, the hard beat, bum ba 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 da bum ba 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 da bum. And if it's not, then there's an issue. Yeah, that one's the weakest, I think, there. So what I'm going to do is split this up into different parts. And then split this up. So now this part is all I'm going to focus on. Let's do the same with the boron underneath. Split from there. That shouldn't affect it. It's a MIDI instrument. It should be okay. Oh, maybe not. Whoops. Undo. Didn't like me doing that. Okay, then I won't. This didn't sound anything. Yeah, it's definitely something not right there. And it's going to slow it down so we can actually hear it better. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I can't do that with Wave just yet. Yeah, hold on a wee sec. Yeah, I'll have to take this off for a wee second. Yeah, now there's a special thing that you should be able to do with Wave inside of Logic, which I am going to look up. These are all of my cheat notes that I keep forgetting. Okay, to detect audio tempo, how to change the tempo of audio, select the tracks. Oh yeah, flex mode. Yeah, it's not in flex mode. And make sure the track is flex mode enabled. Change flex from monophonic to polyphonic. You can even see that when it does that, you know, there's parts of it which are just you know, these should all be equal, like each of these things. Yeah, so it's not really. Yeah, let's move some of these over a little bit. Try to get them a bit more even looking. Does that sound like? Okay, let's do it from the start again. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, boom. Try it like that. Yeah, I'm making an absolute mess of it when I do it. Okay. Let's hear it without my mess. Yeah, so it's getting there. As you can tell, there's a couple of wee things that I'll need to brush it up on with it. Just can't come out of that for a wee sec. Okay, but at the moment, I'm happy enough to sort of, you know, record over the top of that with a whistle. Okay, what else are we missing? Let me see. Well, we're obviously missing reverb and, you know, the life of it to make it sound like it's actually a live performance or, you know, recorded somewhere. Yeah, so it might be nice to put in like a wee extra track here for the bazooka. Can I? Oh, can't change the thing again. There we go. Okay, so we're back to that. See, sometimes it works where I was able to change that image. Now I can't. I don't know. Okay, let's see. This should be relatively straightforward, this one, because I'm just literally going to be doing a drone. This might be nicer doing. Okay, let's see. Should have tuned it. That was silly. All right. Yeah, it's flat. Oh well. Bye. Now let's try it again. This time with tuned up. Sharp now. Okay, let's try it again. Oh. What's going on here? Yeah, sometimes it does this as well, where, you know, it goes into the previous, the pre sort of recording area, but I just don't like that at all. I wish it wouldn't. It's trying to do like a countdown and be smart, but I just wanted to start on the first beat of the bar. No. Be handy if I can actually hear everything else, wouldn't it? There we go. I'll get it right someday, guys, I promise. Back to the start. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Where is it? What is going on with this thing? I want you to start recording there. And a 4-beat countdown. If I just take that off, what happens? That's exactly what I wanted to do for 4-beat countdown. So can we do that? Is that possible? Here we go. Don't need all of that, but I just let it ring out anyway, just in case I ever needed a drone for whatever. Yeah, it's a drone. Yeah, it's hard to do this when it's doing this. I'm making it look a lot harder than it is. Whenever you do this without trying to record it, you know, to YouTube, you can hear it all perfectly in sync. You just got to take into account if you're going to do this and try and hear back what you guys are hearing at the same time. There's a slight delay, you know, so you got to take all that into account when you're doing it. But if you guys are going to do this at home, make your own sort of accompaniments. You won't have to deal with half this stuff. It'll sound a hell of a lot better. Yeah, I'm a bit dragging there. Dum. Okay, let me see. Where does it end? Yeah, it doesn't line up at all. Okay, so that's pretty weak. Let's go back and have another wee go. And add everything else. Realize that maybe I should mute this and just do it with the bar on, because maybe that's what's put me off as well. Yeah, it'd be better. Okay, so we'll do it with the bar on. Here we go. see how out of sync we are, or in sync we are. Okay, so that should be the start. A little bit out. Not too bad, actually. Better than it was before. This just needs to line up a wee bit better. Let's just cut a wee bit of it out and just move a little bit of it over. There we go. And the same thing again. Let's just cut from here just to see. Actually, the opposite, a little bit early. Move them over just a smidgen and just move a little bit of this over. Ooh. Yeah, that might be an issue. Let's have a listen. Might be alright. Okay. Let's have a look see at this one. Does this one line up? Pretty good. Yeah. Not. That looks okay. Let's see for this one. Wee bit early. Not too bad. But to move them over a little bit. It's a bit better. And then just give it a little bit cheeky more of a strum there. Okay, what about this one? Pretty good, I think. They line up pretty nicely. What about the next one? Pretty good, I think. Why is there still a break there, though? Yeah. Can we just sneakily tidy that up? There we go. You didn't see that. Okay, if I go back to the beginning. Definitely coming together. So what we're going to be adding, of course, will be like nice sort of, reverb and, to make it sound a bit more life. At the moment, it's still too studio, damp, lifeless sound. This sounds much better. And if you guys want, something right away, go for this, because if you go to their website, their YouTube channel, Traditional Music Accompaniment, there's quite a lot of videos they already have up there. Good to go. Brilliant for practicing. See the difference, like just the atmosphere of it. I'll probably add a third bouzouki track to this, just like to get a nice sort of G, drone going. May even be nice to add a piano sound to it as well. Okay. Let me just see. I had that muted the whole time. Okay, let me just have a listen again. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut that off there. Boom. Okay. Now, hopefully those two guys should all be joined up. Yeah. Why is that going at strummed acoustic? Why are you coming? That's worrying. Okay, he's coming in earlier than everybody else. I move him over. Does that mess everything up? Okay, so what I should be able to do is, now this is jumping the gun a little, because there's obviously other stuff I want to edit to these guys. Is I want to be sure that there's no breaks and then just copy paste job all the way across. It's not adding anything, you know, it's just the same stuff over and over again. So it should work. Famous last words. Oh, I didn't copy the right stuff. Let's try that again. Copy, select all that. And I have to be precise, at least the first time I do it. Get it right down to the absolute. Like that's as far as I can zoom in. Do you see the way there's a little bit of an overlap? So and when you zoom out, you don't see it. But when you zoom, when you zoom all the way in here, you should see that there's a. Yeah, I see it begin to creep in. That's me all the way zoomed in. So if I just make that cut, oh no, cut that back a wee bit. There shouldn't be any overlap now at all. These things are tiny, guys. Like you're talking, you know, hundredths of a second. You see the way now it's too short. But it just means that if you loop it over and over again, that could add up. So you're better if you're going to make your own loops, especially for practicing, get it right the first time, and then you never have to do this again. You know, once you get it right first time, but it means it's as you can tell, it's a bit of a laborious process doing it the first time. So copy all that, paste all that, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Moment of truth is when we play it back to see, does it line up? I'm going to get rid of this now because I don't actually need it anymore. How many minutes are, oh god, we're only halfway through it. Okay, let's speed it up. Boop, 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 boop. You can always just select it and delete everything if it doesn't add up. And it actually doesn't look like it's going to add up because there's a wee bit of extra. So let's have a listen to see if there's any faults in it. Can we spot? Okay, let's see. I just want to check to see, does that add up with the... YouTube. Let's see. Oh, where's my whistle? Will my whistle not come in yet? Oh, there we go. No? Okay. So, it seems to me, now what I need to do is, the only way this is going to work is for me to create the actual audio from this. Let me see, does that work? I'm going to create like an MP3 of it, and I'm going to give it out to you guys to test it out. To see if any of you want it. Just to see, does it work when you're practicing, bouzouki or tin whistle. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description when this is published, and the download will be on the website. If you want to go ahead and download this. Now, what I need to do is to add some effects to this, to add some audio effects. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, give this baron a bit of life. God, chroma verb, would that be probably going way too far. Yeah. Don't know why that was there. Chroma verb. We'll have a go at Space Designer to see. Let me have a listen. Just solo this for a sec. No, oops, wrong one. I always do that. Just to see, just give me an idea of what type of sound we're looking for. It's probably not going to be good for the modern baron because it's just too high. It's a lot of hand movement in the back of this one. Yikes! Yeah. What do those two sound like together? Messed that up completely. Try that again. Well, it's not going to be much difference to that one. that really need any? Why not? Does that do much? I don't know. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it definitely needs something. Try something different. Maybe not. Kind of prefer it without. Okay, let's see. So let me see if I can just bring. I'm trying to bring that first bore on just a little bit. It's just a little bit too wettish. Oh. Something else. Oh God, yeah. Okay, we're getting there. So you can see, guys, what I'm going to be doing over the next week or so is I'm going to be creating a lot of these to make sure that I can have something to accompany, so it's kind of like a techie one this week, as you can tell. There's going to be stuff that's going to be coming out in social media anyway with other tunes that I've recorded for you guys for the bouzouki and for the whistle. But for tonight, it was just practice with me was basically me creating materials for you guys. So there's a couple of more things I need to do with the bouzouki. As you can tell, it still doesn't line up correctly the way I want it to with the barons. There's definitely some sort of thing going on when it gets into the pattern. I'm not sure if it's a processing thing, like it's like it just takes a while for the computer to process everything, or if it is genuinely an alignment issue. Yeah, there's definitely something in there. Dum da da dum. That's not on the beat that I wanted, So if I was just to listen just to that on its own, just that, that audio, dum dum dum. Okay, where does it line up in the beats? Yeah. So you see there, for example, if I was to do, a little bit of tidying with this, I wonder how much of this is going to mess it up. Boom, boom. Okay. Get rid of this for a sec. Oops, don't want that. This. Okay, let's listen with it with a bar on just to see. Maybe not that one, maybe this one would be better. Dum da da here. Yeah. Da da dum. Okay, let me see. Anything else? This one. That lines up. Yeah, it seems to be not too bad, but it's this when I put it all together, there's definitely some sort of disconnect, I think. Get rid of this for a sec. Maybe it's the monophonic thing. I think it may be just having the two bar-ons, but let's see. If I just keep that muted, and what I'm going to do is bounce what we have here just to see what happens. I take actually, yeah, if I've muted that, well, we'll see. I'm just going to, bounce it here just to see what does it do. What does it come up with? Yeah, it's just going to take a wee minute when it's doing that. I'm just going to have a wee listen to the other one to see what else I want. Want a wee bit more rhythm in the guitar. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm missing, is the guitar needs a wee bit more of an oomph to it, because just a bit more drive. At the moment the bouzouki's fine, but it's just too thin. I want like a full band sound. I just don't want like the bouzouki sound, because I probably will be playing bouzouki along with this as well. In a live setting once it's done. So yeah, we'll see. What does it sound like when it's kind of gone through everything? Converting to MP3. Okay. Let it do that. Yeah, it'll get there. That's with nothing really added to it. Like, I still want to add turn these back on and add more sort of sound to it. Okay, so we'll leave it there for tonight, guys. Keep an eye out on the social media, on the Instagram and on Facebook, and on the shorts for YouTube for uploads over the next couple of days of other tunes that I've been working on. They'll be dropping pretty soon. Like and subscribe if you're into hearing more of the practice with me sessions. So this one, as I say, was a bit self-indulgent again, because I'm looking to create these and give these out to everybody, so I don't have to, sort of benefit from other people's hard work, But if I were you guys, go over to their website, Traditional Music Accompaniment, subscribe, listen, play along with, practice with. It's great stuff. Really, really handy to have this. And yeah, I shall see you all again next time. All the best.